Welcome to today's Psych with Sigmund, where we're going to delve into the fascinating world of behavioral genetics. I'm your host, Sigmund, and I'll be guiding you through this complex yet intriguing topic. So, what is behavioral genetics? In simple terms, it's the study of how our genes influence our behavior, thoughts, and emotions. This concept has been around for decades, but its importance in psychology has grown significantly over the years. By understanding the interplay between genetics and environment, we can gain valuable insights into why we behave in certain ways, what makes us unique, and how we can promote mental health and well-being. Theoretical background. To grasp behavioral genetics, let's explore some key psychological theories and frameworks. One of the pioneers in this field is Thomas J. Bouchard, Jr., who conducted extensive research on twins and adoption studies. His work demonstrated that genetics play a significant role in shaping our personality traits, intelligence, and even susceptibility to certain mental health disorders. Another crucial concept is the idea of heritability, which refers to the proportion of variation in a trait that can be attributed to genetic factors. Heritability estimates range from 0 to 1, with higher values indicating a stronger genetic influence. For instance, research suggests that the heritability of intelligence quotient is around 4.5, meaning that genetics account for approximately 50% of individual differences in IQ. The biopsychosocial model, for example, proposes that behavior is influenced by the interaction of biological, psychological, and social factors. This model highlights the complex interplay between genes, environment, and behavior, and how they shape our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Research and evidence. Numerous studies have investigated the relationship between genetics and behavior. One classic example is the study of identical twins separated at birth, which has provided valuable insights into the genetic basis of personality traits, interests, and even career choices. More recent research has focused on the role of specific genes in behavioral traits, such as the serotonin transporter gene and its association with depression. Studies have shown that individuals with a certain variant of this gene are more likely to experience depression, particularly when faced with stressful life events. Another area of research is epigenetics, which examines how environmental factors can influence gene expression without altering the DNA sequence itself. Epigenetic changes can be passed on to subsequent generations, providing a mechanism for environmental effects to shape behavior and health outcomes. Real-world applications. So, how can understanding behavioral genetics help us in our everyday lives? One practical application is in personalized medicine, where genetic testing can inform treatment decisions for mental health disorders. For instance, if an individual has a genetic variant associated with a poor response to a particular antidepressant, their clinician may opt for an alternative treatment. Another example is in education, where recognizing the genetic basis of individual differences in learning abilities can help teachers develop more effective, tailored approaches to instruction. By acknowledging that genetics play a role in shaping our cognitive strengths and weaknesses, educators can create a more inclusive and supportive learning environment. Let's consider a case study. Meet Emily, a high school student who struggles with math despite her best efforts. Genetic testing reveals that she has a variant of the BDNF gene, which is associated with difficulties in mathematical reasoning. Armed with this knowledge, Emily's teacher can adapt their instructional approach to better suit her needs, perhaps using more visual or hands-on learning strategies. Conclusion. In conclusion, behavioral genetics offers a unique perspective on the complex interplay between genes, environment, and behavior. By understanding the role of genetics in shaping our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can develop more effective strategies for promoting mental health and well-being. As we've seen, behavioral genetics has many practical applications, from personalized medicine to education. While there are still many unanswered questions and ongoing debates in this field, one thing is clear: the relationship between genetics and behavior is far more nuanced than previously thought. In reality, our genes do not predetermine our destinies, but rather influence our tendencies and vulnerabilities. By acknowledging the interplay between genetic and environmental factors, we can take a more proactive approach to shaping our lives and promoting positive outcomes. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.